And the next question, I have a doubt about Madhi, that the prostatic fluid, is this pure or impure? The question posed is that is Madhi pure or impure? Is it najis or is it tahir? First let me tell you that there is a difference between Maniy and Madhi. Maniy is the semen which contains the sperm which is responsible for the birth of the child, and Madhi is a urethral fluid. Both are different. Maniy is normally, it is jelly-like and white and greyish in color, whereas Madhi, it is sticky. Maniy is normally associated when it is ejected, there is a feeling of pleasure followed by a feeling of exhaustion. Furthermore, it smells similar to palm tree pollen. And third is it is ejaculated in spurts. So there are mainly three ways of identifying Maniy, that it is jelly-like, white and greyish in color. Number two, it has a feeling of pleasure when it's ejaculated, and it is followed with a feeling of exhaustion. It smells similar to palm tree pollen. And fourth, it is ejaculated in spurts. If any of these things are not, these three things are not there, then it is considered to be a Madhi, that's the urethral fluid. It doesn't come out in spurts. It's not associated with a feeling of pleasure. It doesn't have a feeling of exhaustion. It doesn't smell like pollen. It doesn't smell like palm tree pollen. This normally Madhi occurs when a person may think about or may get sexually excited. This fluid comes out. Regarding whether is it pure or impure, as far as when a person ejaculates semen, Maniy, it is called a ceremonial impurity, janaba. It is compulsory that he should have ghusl to get pure. If Maniy is ejaculated, in the Islamic ruling, there are various hadith, having ghusl is compulsory. But if Madhi comes out, then only washing that private part is sufficient and doing wudu is sufficient. Ghusl is not a fard. So in Maniy, when it's ejaculated, it is a ceremonial impurity, it is janaba, whether it is because of a sexual intercourse, whether intimate relationship with your husband and wife, or whether it be voluntary otherwise. If it is ejaculated, it is fard that ghusl should be done to get pure. In Madhi, only washing the private part is sufficient and doing wudu is sufficient. Regarding Maniy per se, is it pure or impure? Is it najis or tahir? In this, there are differences of opinion. According to the Shafi school of thought, and one view of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Maniy per se is pure. But according to the Hanafi school of thought, and one view of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, it is impure, but after it dries, you can scrape it and that is sufficient. According to the Maliki school of thought, it is impure and you should wash it before that thing becomes pure. There are different opinion. The reason that the Shafi and one school of thought of the Hanbali school of thought has said it is pure is based on a hadith of Hazrat Aisha, which occurs in Sahih Muslim, that the Prophet, peace be upon him, once when there was money on his garment, It dried and he scraped it off. The hadith is saying that Hazrat Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said she saw the Prophet, when Maniy was there, he washed that portion of the garment and he went for prayer. That means he didn't wash the full garment, he only washed that portion, and she could see the mark of the washed portion. There are hadith in saying that there was Maniy on the dress of the Prophet took oud and he applied on it, he didn't wash it. So based on these various narrations, according to the Shafi school of thought and one group of view of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, and even according to Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, that Maniy per se is pure. And what they say, that how can, there are many people who are pious, there are messengers, and there are religious people, there are sahabas, so how can a messenger or a pious person be born out of impurity? And that's logical. How can a human being be born of impurity when every human being is Masum? And especially the messengers of Allah and the religious people. So I personally also agree with the group of the first scholar that Maniy per se is pure. And the hadith is very clear that the Prophet did not wash it at times. He put oud on it, that is sufficient. When it dried, he scraped it. So I do agree with those group of scholars who say that Maniy per se is pure. But yet, there are some scholars and some fuqahas who say that it is not pure. As far as Madhiy is concerned, there are hadith indicating that Madhiy is najis. That's the reason the person himself should wash that part and do wudu. But there is a hadith saying that one of the sahabas, he told the Prophet that he used to do ghusl very often because he had this problem and Madhiy used to come very often. So the Prophet said, no need of doing ghusl, only wash that part and do wudu. And he asked, what about my clothes? He said, no need of washing the clothes, only take a handful of water and sprinkle on that part where there is Madhiy. So if you want to make your garment pure, only taking a handful of water and sprinkling on that part is sufficient. No need of washing the full garment, that is sufficient. But Madhiy per se is najis, it is impure. Hope that answers the question.